Good morning, Colorado. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio we have Taylor from Get Fed Concepts.
How's it going, everyone?
So it's already a better day because my life was horrific yesterday. In case those of you don't know, I spend a little time on Instagram and Facebook, and all day, refresh, come on, it's got to start working. 6 hours, and then when it finally came back on, I had all this catch up to do, so I worked all night last night. Enough about me, let's hear about you. Give me a little history of you and Get Fed.
All right, so again, Chef Taylor West. I come from Virginia, northern, about 20 minutes outside of D.C. Came out here to Colorado back in 2011 for Johnson & Wales to do culinary as well as a business background in it. Throughout Johnson & Wales, I did a lot of traveling between Spain, Italy, and then I found my niche in Asia. Staying there in Singapore for about a month and a half, did Malaysia, did Thailand for another month, all doing cooking tours, northern, southern, everything in between. And then throughout that journey, I really found kind of my passion for Asian food, as well as dumplings. So that's kind of what we brought today, is showcasing our dumplings, a few different styles that we got going on.
So for dummies like me who've never made dumplings, or probably most of us, what is the secret? How do you make good dumplings? And what's the difference between a good one and a bad one?
Yeah, so I would say the difference between a good and bad dumpling, you would look at, one, how much filling you have. You don't want to just taste the dough. And two, making sure everything stays together. All right? It's like a good burrito. If you're eating it, one-handed it, everything's nice and tight within that burrito. That's kind of what we're looking for. Same thing with our dumplings here. So making sure that the shape is nice and defined. And two, as you're eating it, your filling is not going to fall all over your shirt. So that's going to represent a bad dumpling. And as you're seeing all over these plates, good dumplings all down the line. Everything's nice and tight within it. We got our chicken dumpling here.
All right, if we're going to start talking about the dumplings, I'm going to bring it over here. So this is the chicken dumpling.
Chicken dumpling. So we do a fish sauce, a little bit of jalapeno, and then chicken based, of course, as well as a little bit of like cumin, coriander. So a very Thai flavor profile. And then one of the ways I usually finish it, kind of as you're seeing, it's going to get a nice khao soi, which is a northern Thai curry on top. A little bit of fried shallot for the crunch, a little bit of green onion, a lot of flavors, a lot of colors kind of popping there. Definitely one of our, I would say, more popular dumplings that we sell a lot of. And then kind of moving into our...
Well, let's stay here for one second. Is this traditional? If I was in Thailand, I'd see dumplings like this? Is this your own?
No, this is my own.
All right, I thought so.
Yeah. So traditionally, dumplings, definitely more of that Chinese profile. And then where I take all the flavors, whether it's, something Greek like our eggplant, something, again, a little bit more Thai like this. But traditionally, you will not see any of these dumplings coming from the respective country. But the flavor profiles of each dumpling is where you're going to get that.
So this would be authentic flavors of Thailand.
Authentic
not
flavors.
An authentic dish that you'd get in there.
No,
khao soi is not a dumpling.
Khao soi is not a dumpling, but as you said, khao soi very traditional, very authentic for that northern Thai region. So taking all those profiles, taking all that flavor, and then putting it into a dumpling, you get like that kind of Pan-Asian, with the Chinese influence with the dumpling, but then again, just very traditional flavors of Thailand.
When you were there studying, were they like totally okay with teaching an American, or were they like...
A lot more in Singapore is where I kind of, found some of that resistance.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
In Thailand, really great. That was more of a personal excursion, so it was more of a, I would say cooking classes for the home cook. So they enjoyed the fact that, as a professional chef, I was able to kind of, I was the teacher's pet. I was helping the chef instructor the whole time, just really picking up on flavors and profiles. Other people were just like kind of watching, like, oh, I paid to learn how to cook too. Why are you doing all the cooking? Fun stuff like that. But they were pretty open to teaching us these flavors that come so well within Thailand.
Guessing it takes some patience to learn how to make these and roll them.
The name of the game is patience.
Okay.
The name of the game is labor of love. It's definitely just repetition. It's sitting in a chair 2-3 hours and just making 400 or 500 dumplings at a time.
I've talked to somebody who's gotten really big in the dumpling business, and they're like, we would love to have them done by machine, but it's just not the same.
It's not the same.
Which should be the same if it's the same ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the idea of like those sushi mat machines that just like, spit out the mat for you. I'm sure one day somebody smarter than us will be able to find a way to find, to be able to fold, but it's such a delicate process, with all these different shapes that, especially when you make your own dough, it's just a lot more delicate than, one store-bought dough. So having the machine with that, no love and just like that cold, robot passion would just probably rip through these. And unfortunately, that's just, the name of the game when it comes to dumplings, but that's also kind of where that love comes in. You can get a little bit more personable with the dumpling.
What are these beautiful things?
So those are a new one that we just started doing. That's going to be a spicy Szechuan eggplant dumpling. But it also has flavors of oregano, feta. So I would like to say a little bit more of that Greek influence in there as well. And then again, just kind of tapping in on some of that Chinese
I'm
Szechuan.
gonna cut one of these open. Is that all right?
Yeah, please.
You all right with that, Josh?
Yeah.
Sorry to ruin your beautiful plate. That was delish. Did you get that?
Yeah. Ginger mango. I mean, ginger
Oh,
peach
it's a
on
mango
top.
that I wasn't expecting. And what makes you decide what shape is what?
So traditionally, there's no real rhyme or reason, I would say.
Okay.
For us, we like the triangles for the chicken, kind of gives it a little bit more of a mouthfeel. And then we like to go like these almost tortellini feel. That's kind of where I do a lot of pasta as well, so that's kind of where this fold made a lot of sense to me. And it's also a little bit more poppable. So kind of looking at our dumplings, it's like these are a little bit more of a 2-bite. This is a 1-biter, you kind of get everything in there and it's fun. And then kind of the same with these guys. It's more of a 2-bite process. So I would say it depends on where we're trying to take the dumpling, and if we want you guys to kind of enjoy it a little bit more than just being like, oh, I could pop 6 of these right now.
Actually, it was a good question because there is a good answer. All right, what are these?
So again, kind of tapping in a little bit more on a Thai flavor profile with that Chinese again. So a shiitake mushroom with a kimchi base, cooked down shiitake, kimchi, coconut milk, a little bit spicier as well. So all that's going to be our filling. And then on top, we do like a nice sweet soy, crushed peanut with, of course, a little bit of green onion. But gets a little bit of spice, gets a little bit of funkiness from the kimchi as well. It's not overly powerful on that fermented flavor. That shiitake mushroom really kind of knocks some of that intensity out by also giving it a little bit of meatiness to it. And that's all vegetarian as well.
Okay, the question everybody's wondering, where can they buy these?
All right, so if you're looking to get dumplings from us, you can definitely shoot us an email, getfedconcepts@gmail.com as well.
Getfedconcepts@gmail.com.
Yeah, as well as any of our social media profiles between our Instagram, Facebook pages. If you just
So Instagram is GetFedConcepts.
GetFedConcepts as well. Our Facebook page, GetFedConcepts.
Minimum order.
Minimum order, we are looking for $60. That's going to get you about 3 packs of any of these dumplings.
And you can buy 3 different.
3 different.
These are all in stock, or you have others?
All in stock, as well as we do a pretty much a pork gyoza, and then we also do another vegetarian one that's pretty much edamame based with like carrots, like a vegetable meatly inside of it. Okay. But all in stock. These are just our 3, I would say again, kind of the brand winners, but all in stock throughout our websites and pages. That's where you can order them.
Okay, and free delivery.
Free delivery.
In the Denver.
In the Denver area, I would say 10 miles outside of that as well. We would offer delivery if you hit that minimum order.
And then once you bring these home, are they fresh, frozen?
So they are going to be frozen, and then you can keep them in your freezer. As you're ready to eat them, you just pop them out, 6 to 7 minutes in any type of steamer, and then they are ready to go.
Awesome. You're going to be back soon, like we booked you for something else too, right?
Yeah, what's for lunch?
Yeah, when's that?
Yeah, another 2 weeks from now, I think.
Okay.
Kind of going into the end. I got some fun stuff for that as well. That's a bite. That's a bite right there.
Did we forget anything?
Nah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Hey, appreciate it.
Very excited. Love some dumplings. We'll be back at 11:30. We're having the legendary breakfast in here on What's for Lunch.
Oh, there you
You
go.
know the breakfast in? Yeah. Let's eat.
Still kicking.
Yeah. Oh, ooh.
Heck
All
yeah,
right,
man. Yeah, I would say these ones.
Wow.
Just explosive.
Okay, that's the best dumpling I've ever had.